Hey everybody, it's Steph from Destination Exploration, and today we are going to make some awesome, colorful stained glass by just using some stuff you can find around your house. So what you're going to need to grab is a couple of things before we get started. You're going to want to make sure that you're doing this in a place that can get a little messy because we are going to be using food coloring. So the first thing you need to grab is a plastic bag. It can be any size of plastic bag, but the small Ziploc, like sandwich plastic bags, work best. You want to make sure it's got a zip on the top so that your stained glass doesn't ooze out. And then what you're going to need to grab is 3 cups. They don't have to be clear, they can be bowls. They just need to be 3 kind of containers where we're going to do our mixing. You're going to need some sort of hair gel. So these were just picked up at the dollar store. This one's okay, even though it's blue, and you'll see why in a second. This one is clear, but either will work. But you want to look for some clear hair gel. Of course, to make it colorful, we're going to need some food coloring. So we want to go with the 3 primary colors. Do you remember what those are? Yellow, blue, and red. And with these 3 colors, we can make all the different colors in the rainbow, which is pretty cool. And you're gonna see how your stained glass is gonna have lots of different colors in it, even though we're just starting with 3. You're definitely gonna want some paper towel, because again, food coloring can get everywhere, so make sure that your sleeves are rolled up and you're in a nice clean area. Of course, we're gonna need some mixing sticks, so I've got some popsicle sticks here that you can use, but of course, spoons work as well. They're gonna be handy for when we are finished and working on our last step. Now, I've got a couple of beads and little things here, little trinkets. You're more than welcome to grab some, but they're not necessary for the project whatsoever. But they're just something to add that's just a little bit cool at the end, a little bit more fun to play with. Ready? Okay, so the first thing that we're gonna do is we need to grab our 3 containers. They can be cups, bowls, or any sort of container that we can pour stuff into. And then we're gonna grab our hair gel. So I'm gonna use both of them just to show you the difference. And then we need to make sure that we have our food coloring. So what you're gonna do is I want you to open up that hair gel and just plop it in. There doesn't need to be too much. Because again, we're just, ooh, that one smells nice. We're just gonna use some of the different colors and we're gonna put that into our plastic bag. All right, I've got my 3 containers filled with hair gel, and now we don't need this hair gel anymore, so we can put it to the side and put it away. All right, then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our 3 primary colors. Remember, that's red, blue, and yellow. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a color in each one of our containers. Okay, so you can go ahead and do that now. You don't need too much. The more food coloring we put inside, the more saturated or colorful that hair gel is going to turn. Okay? So if you're using the yellow with the purple hair gel, you might need to add a couple more, or a little bit more more food coloring, just to make sure that we get the right color. All right. Now, so we've got it here, and you can see that the gel and the food coloring aren't mixing like they would when they put them in water. We get it kind of sitting on the top. So we have to put in our effort and mix it up so that all the color gets mixed in. But this is because the hair gel has different properties than the liquid that's in the food coloring. So you can either take a popsicle stick or a spoon or a fork or some other mixing device, and you're just gonna stir it up. So we're gonna make sure we get all the color mixed in here. Give it a sniff, it should smell nice. We wanna make sure that we don't mix our popsicle sticks or our spoons, because now I've got a blue spoon, and if I mix it in with the yellow hair gel, I'm gonna get a different color. So we've got our 3 primary colors here. Perfect. Nice and bright. We've got blue, yellow, and red. So we've got our food coloring here. We can put that off to the side. Make sure that you wipe your fingers so they don't get on the table. And we can push our food coloring aside because we don't need it for right now. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take these 3 colors. I want you to grab your plastic bag, your Ziploc sandwich bag. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna open it up, blow on it a little bit. But what we wanna do is we're gonna try and put all 3 of the colors around our plastic bag. We don't want them to be touching when we put them in there. We want 3 separate dots. So this is where our spoons will come in handy. And again, I've got 3 spoons because I've got 3 different colors. So our primary colors are blue, yellow, and red. And when we mix those primary colors together, we get brand new colors. So if I were to mix red and yellow together, what color do I get? Can you think about it? What happens if we take yellow and blue? What color happens when I mix them together? And last but not least, what if we take blue and red? What color do we mix together here? So we have our primary colors, and we're gonna make our secondary colors within our plastic bag, within our stained glass, okay? So here we go. Let's take this. I'm gonna take my popsicle sticks out of here. And if you've got extra hair gel, you can make as many stained glasses as you want because they're all gonna turn out different. So I'm gonna take a little bit of blue. I'm gonna open this up. So if you've got somebody else working with you, you can hold the bag open and they can help put it right in the middle. So we're gonna go like this. I'm gonna grab a little bit of blue, so kind of like a big spoonful here. Kind of wipe off the sides. We're gonna slide it in our bag. Kind of plop it in like this. So I've got blue. So you can see I've got some here. Now let's grab some red. Same idea, just a nice big spoonful, wipe off the edges. And we're gonna put it beside the blue or somewhere where it's not completely touching, so it's its own blob. There we go, that was a little better. Practice makes perfect. And then last but not least, our yellow, we're gonna put it on the other side, so grab as much as you can here, open it up, plop it on the side. We are good to go. Again, if you've got anything on your fingers here, make sure you wipe it up. It's on the table. You are good to go. And then what I want you to do, this is important. Before you get too excited, we want to make sure that we get most of the air out. And then what we're going to do is make sure you have an adult around, and they're going to close that Ziploc bag as tight as they can, making sure that we get all the air out. So right now, because we don't want any of this gooey hair gel on our fingers. So right now I've got 3 different colors in my bag. Okay, we've got our 3 primary colors, yellow, blue, and red. Now what I want you to do, this is the fun part. You can take your fingers, and the first colors I want you to mix are the yellow and the blue, and push them together and see if you can make that secondary color. Was your guess right? Did you guess green? So green is our secondary color that happens when we mix yellow and blue together. All right, let's mix blue and red together. So we're just gonna use our fingers here and smush it together. Sometimes if you can't see the color, you can hold it up to the light and we can get we can see the color. So when we mix red and blue together, we get purple. So purple is our secondary color that happens when we mix these 2. And last but not least, we're gonna mix yellow and red. This might be a little bit harder if it's a little bit further away, but we should be able to smush it around. This is why it's really important to keep that bag nice and closed. So we're going here and mixing the red and the yellow, and we're gonna get orange. So orange is our 3rd secondary color. So we went from blue, red, and yellow, and we turned them into purple, orange, and green, all within our stained glass. So now, this is where you can just scoosh and mix all the different colors together, try and make different patterns. You can hold it up to the light and maybe write your initials. So it's the first letter of your first name and your first letter of your last name. So mine is S, because my name is Steph. So I'm gonna hold it up here, and you can see. And then what we can do is we can put that on the window, and the light shines through it and it makes rainbows on the wall. So remember I said I had some of these trinkets? This is where you can put your trinkets inside your plastic bag here. So we can open it up nice and carefully, grab a couple. You don't need too many, and then make sure you zip it up again before you start squeezing. There we go, and now our stained glass window has some texture inside of it. So we can go like this, we can make it, and we can try and find all 6 of those new colors. So we've got yellow, green, blue, purple, red, orange, and we've got a little bit of beads in there as well. So this is our stained glass window here. We can put that on top by a light source. If you have a phone or a flashlight, if you shine the light underneath it, you can see different colors. Check out what happens when it reflects on somebody's face or on their arm. We get different colors all over the place. So we've just created some brand new colors and a beautiful art piece for your window. So you can tape that up there, and maybe you can tell your teacher when the best time of day is when the sun shines right in your window. Is it early in the morning? Is it right in the middle of the day? Or is it the end of the day? When do you get the most patterns on the wall? And there you go. I hope you had fun making some stained glass with me. Remember, I'm Steph from Destination Exploration here at the University of Lethbridge, and we do lots of cool science stuff all year round. So make sure if you want to do some more, you can check it on the website or ask your teacher so we can come in and do some more activities with you. All right, have fun.